Ever wonder what the real difference is between people who are always stressed out and those who just kind of seem calm all the time? Well, it often boils down to one incredibly powerful mental tool. It's called high cognitive delay. And in the next few minutes, we're going to unpack what it is and, more importantly, how you can start using it like today.
Okay, so we all know that person, right? The one who seems to have this almost superhuman ability to stay cool and collected no matter what kind of chaos is blowing up around them. How on earth do they do it?
You know exactly who I'm talking about. You've seen them in that stressful meeting, or during a heated argument, or maybe when a project goes completely off the rails. While the rest of us are kind of spiraling, they're just not. And it's not like they're emotionless robots or anything. It's not magic. It turns out they've just gotten really, really good at a very specific mental habit. And right here, this is the core of it all. On one side, you have their world, measured, thoughtful, deliberate. And on the other side, well, that's often our world, isn't it? The instant, emotional, and, let's be honest, often regrettable reaction. Today, we're going to learn how to build a bridge from our side over to theirs. Now, before you start beating yourself up for all those times you've had a regrettable reaction, you got to know something. This isn't some kind of personal flaw. It's actually our brain's default setting. It's our emotional autopilot just doing its thing. See, for most of us, this is the entire process. A feeling happens, you get angry, you feel frustrated, you get anxious, and an action immediately follows. Feeling, boom, reaction. There's no space in between, no filter. It's just a straight line from a stimulus to what is, often, a pretty messy result. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? That initial wave of emotion, that first thing that hits you, it's raw, it's reactive. It's basically a survival instinct from a million years ago. Not really the best tool for navigating a complex email, you know? Acting on it is almost never our best move. So here's the big reveal. The secret to being calm isn't about not feeling stuff. It's about what you do in those few moments right after the feeling hits. It is all about mastering the power of the pause. So what if you could just hit pause on that whole process? What if, instead of that straight line from feeling to reaction, you could just insert a little bit of space, a tiny gap. That gap, that little moment, it changes absolutely everything. And that little space has a name. This is the secret weapon we've been talking about, high cognitive delay. It's not some complicated theory, it's a simple but really powerful habit. All it is intentionally creating that gap to give your thinking brain, your smart brain, a second to catch up with your feeling brain. And listen, this is a super important point. We're not talking about bottling up your feelings or pretending you're not angry. No way. You acknowledge the feeling, you let it be there, but you just don't let it drive the car. You get to take the wheel and choose where to go next. All right, so I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but how do I actually do it when I'm seeing red or feeling overwhelmed? Well, the good news is, it's a practice, and it's way simpler than you might think. It really just breaks down into 3 simple steps. First, just notice it. Give the feeling a name. Okay, I'm feeling angry right now. Step 2, and this is the magic part. Take 1 conscious breath. That's it. That's your gap. In that single inhale and exhale, you've just broken the autopilot. And then third, with that little bit of space you've created, you can ask yourself, okay, what's a smart response? I love this way of thinking about it. That instant emotional reaction, that's like a single worn-out dirt road your brain always takes. But high cognitive delay, it opens up a whole mental map. And suddenly you can see all the other routes available, the paved highways, the scenic detours. You get to choose the best path forward, not just the one you always take. So what's the big payoff here? What really happens when you make this a habit? When you start turning those knee-jerk reactions into thoughtful responses? Well, the results are profound. I mean, just look at the difference here. You go from being impulsive to being deliberate, from being automatic to being considered. And maybe most importantly, you go from actions that are, let's face it, often ineffective and just cause more problems, to responses that are almost always more effective at getting you what you actually want. And this isn't just about feeling better in the moment. The benefits just ripple out into every single corner of your life. Imagine making better decisions because you're using your whole brain, not just your lizard brain. Feeling less stress because you're not constantly cleaning up the messes from your own reactions. Building stronger relationships because people know they can trust you to be thoughtful.
This isn't just about feeling calm. It's about taking back real control over your life.
So look, this isn't just some neat psychological trick to think about. It's a skill. It's a muscle you can build, and it starts with just one breath. Maybe it's in traffic, or when you get a frustrating email, or in a conversation with your kids. The question is, where will you practice it first? What's the first gap you'll create today?